Right then, hello, welcome back. This is the developer blog video for Production Line. Again, I am Cliffski. I'm the programmer and designer of the game. And I coded the engine as well, if people care about such technical issues. This is sort of build 1.18, but I might start calling it build 1.19. We're going into early access on Thursday, which is the 18th. So it should be on GOG and Steam then, and everyone that's already got the game will get a Steam key then. And I had a build all set up which was 1.18, which I thought was looking pretty good, and there was nothing wrong with it really, and I had decided that would be the build. But since then I've done a lot of user interface changes. If you see it up here, all of this is different to how it was. We had put in this, all the kind of like black stuff is new in terms of like just the presentation. So you know, the way that looks and the kind of blackness black of that, and all of this kind of stuff. I changed these colors as well because actually they didn't make any sense. They started to get repetitive and it was a nightmare. So I may just do a little patch between now and Thursday and call it 1.19, but hardly anything will change. There'll be some balance changes, but mostly it's this kind of like user interface stuff looking better. And it is kind of like the first impression stuff on Steam. We've already done the trailer with the old user interface, which is slightly annoying, but you know, that's just what happens. Because the game isn't finished yet. The game's still in alpha. We're not calling it beta yet or anything like that. We're not feature complete. So anyway, so letting you know that we might get a little bit of an update without much fanfare because of changing the GUI slightly. One of the other things that I'm possibly going to tweak a little bit today, I might tweak the research time slightly. And I've done some tweaks to how much of a markup you can charge for your cars, because I've got a lot more data on kind of how difficult or easy people find the game. Oh dear, look at that. That shouldn't spill out, should it? And I get the impression that the difficulty of the game is kind of like okay at the start and it's okay in the middle, and then the kind of late game it gets too easy and you make far too much money. I've got $15 million here. I should not have been able to amass that. Although this is from a previous version. So we have this thing in the game. If you click here, I'm selling these 3 different car models, and this one I'm selling at a premium of 35%. And the idea of the premium is when you just start out and you're kind of like a niche car maker who only makes a certain number of cars, and you can charge a premium because if people want them. You know, they specifically want your sort of car. It's not mass market like General Motors, Ford or anything like that. So you get to charge a premium regardless of the quality, which will be another thing, and regardless of the features. Now, the trouble is, it's obviously broken because I've been getting away with the 35% premium even though I'm selling 37 cars an hour. So I've adjusted that. And I'm probably going to adjust it a little bit more before Thursday because... You see, I am building up a bit of stock, but not enough to persuade me to lower that. So I need to make that a little bit more aggressive, I think. Yeah, all of these colours have changed as well. They were a little bit too sort of dark and muddy. They kind of look depressing. I don't know, maybe you hate these colours. Let's not overthink it. They're just colours, right? Anyway, so... if you've been playing the game or if you've been watching the videos, you'll know that I'm asking for feedback on what should be worked on next. And there was a change in the last version that it looked like marketing was the thing that people wanted to have in, and I'm very, very keen to put marketing into the game. However, that's been overtaken by this idea of designing models for the cars. So at the moment, just to explain what I'm on about, if I go to the start of a production line, I'm currently building an SUV. And what I do is I build 10 SUVs, then 10 compact cars, then I loop around and build 10 sedans. I've basically got 3 body types that I've researched. and there will be more. But what people want is this idea that I kind of floated, that you would be able to say, define more than that. So rather than just having a sedan, you would be able to say, okay, we have a sedan basic, then we have the premier sedan, then we have the like luxury sedan plus extra or whatever. And then we would have like some logic. So if I go along here, if we go to something, if we go to trunk or boot, if you're British, then we would have some kind of like logic here on these upgrades. So rather than just having reversing camera as a tick, what I've suggested is we click on that and go, yeah, we can make that a tick, everyone gets a reversing camera. Or we can say only these models get a reversing camera. So so you would then be able to go through each of your upgrades and sort of say, right, we'll have the deluxe version that gets the power tailgate, the reversing camera, the keyless entry, and stuff like that. So you would then produce a kind of like a premium model car and a basic model car, and these would be reflected in kind of like different markets in the economic model. We don't have the economic model that supports that yet. We don't have different desirability for different models, but I'm definitely planning on coding that. I mean, that's not rocket science. None of this is difficult, really. It just takes well, if you've been doing it 20 years, 30 something years, but it just does take time to put in all these features. Stuff that involves assets like more car body types just involves money because I have to hire someone to do that, to do the artwork. So anyway, that's the thing that's currently looking like the top priority. What's the other priorities here? Yeah, and slot logic options, which is tied into the same kind of thing, really. And beyond that, defects in car quality, then more cars, then marketing. So marketing is not as popular with current players as it used to be. But one of the key things is, you know, if you buy the game, you get a vote on this. And I am trying to stick to it, although I lag slightly. But you'll see stuff that's come up that has then disappeared because I've done it. Anyway, so not a huge amount of feature stuff has gone in at the moment, but it will do. The game is going into early access Thursday, which means the price will go up. The price will go up to $15.99 because then, you know, we have like Steam achievements and it's on a wider release and is more stable and everything. But if you buy at the moment, you'll still get a Steam key. Hopefully it should be on GOG as well. You can add it to wish lists right now if you want to do that, which will kind of like remind you when it comes out. It's still PC only, it's still English only, I'm afraid. I mean, that would change in the long run, obviously. So kind of we need a little bit of help from people who really like the game to kind of like get the word out, because loads of games come out on Steam all the time, loads of games go into early access. Game goes in early access is kind of like, you know, dog bites man. It's just like not a new story. So you know, if you're on Twitter, if you could tweet about the game or say that you like the game, or like share it on sites like Reddit or N4G or any forums that you're on. If you're enjoying the game, it's really appreciated if you help kind of like spread news about the game, so that we get some press coverage, or persuade your favourite YouTuber that they should be covering the game, or, you know, stream the game on Twitch, whatever. We don't mind. We don't have a one of these stupid like NDA things saying no one's allowed to see the game until a certain date or hour. If you've got a copy of the game and you want to do YouTube videos about it, just do it. And yeah, and you can monetize it. We don't care. We really don't care. We just want people to play the game, enjoy the game, and tell other people about the game. That's our priorities, really. Anyway, so there'll be more stuff to talk about next week, and the game will be in early access. Oh my god, the stress. Anyway, thank you for watching. This game is production line by Positech Games, and it's great. Thank you.